And a very pleasant good evening, high school football fans, Sioux City Bandit fans,
high school softball fans,
Mustang basketball fans. Welcome inside the world's only Corn Palace in Mitchell, South Dakota, the Harold Newman Arena here in Jamestown, North Dakota, the Amarillo Civic Center here in Amarillo, Texas,
Principal Park here in Des Moines,
to Grambling, Louisiana at Eddie G. Robinson Stadium. It's the site of the 64th annual NAIA National Football Championship game, and for the second consecutive season, your Morningside Mustangs are in the running, but they have the number 2 team in the nation standing on the other side of the field in the Knights from Marion University of Indiana. Memories will be made, legends born, and record books rewritten, all here tonight. With that said, we welcome you up into the broadcast booth high atop Eddie G. Robinson Stadium for our Drilling Pharmacy pregame show. Hi, everybody. I'm Daniel Versteeg. I'm joined by the commissioner of the Great Plains Athletic Conference, Corey Westra. And, Corey, when you look at these two teams on paper, not only are they number 1 and number 2 in the NAIA coaches poll, but if you look at any of the team statistics in the NAIA, chances are these are the 2 top teams in that stat.
Welcome back to our Patchcraft Hobby Shop pregame report on Fox Sports Radio 620 KMNS, Sioux City. Daniel Versteeg alongside the head coach of the Morningside men's basketball team, Coach Jim Sykes. His team is coming off of a 111-85 victory over the Jamestown Jimmies last Saturday in Sioux City. And, Coach, I think if you could bottle that second half that you played against the Jimmies, you'd be unstoppable. 70% from the field and from beyond the arc, 66 points in the second half. Simple question, maybe a longer answer. How are you guys able to do it?
Well, the shots were falling, that's the bottom line, and we took good shots for the most part. The guys really did a nice job of finding the open man, and if they had a good look but could make a pass for a better look, they did that. And as soon as that first one went in, it became contagious, and we got after it pretty good. It was good to see.
I want to talk about 2 performances in that game. Matt Hahn, first of all, 28 points. He went 50% from beyond the arc, 8 of 16. When he's going, how does he impact your team, both offensively and maybe defensively?
Matt's had a big impact on our team on the defensive end all year. He's going to guard the other team's best perimeter player, and he takes a lot of pride in that. And it sure is nice when the offensive end gets going as well, because he can really stretch the floor, take some pressure off our big guys inside, that it's a little bit harder to double off perimeter players when he's making shots. And, like I said, he saw the first one fall, and then there was no stopping him on the range.
Hopefully he has another big game. He's 16 points away from 1,000 points. We're keeping an eye on that today as well. Another game, another performance that you had against Jamestown, Zach Emig with 28 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists, 1 little assist away from the triple-double. How is he able to do it, and when did you kind of get the impression that this was going to be a special night for him?
Well, early on, he just got going downhill, and he was attacking the basket, attacking the glass, getting to the rim, dunking, finishing, whatever the case is. And when he gets that going, he's kind of got that look in his eye. Then he did see his first 3 go down, and he was 2 for 2 from the arc. He was making some mid-range pull-ups, which, if he's able to score at all 3 levels, it makes him unguardable. If teams are kind of dorking him because they don't think he can make a 3, then that makes the other 2 levels a little more difficult. But he got off to a good start. Like I said, he was going downhill. He was the aggressor, and he played well the entire night.
Once again, we're chatting with head coach Jim Sykes, head coach of the Morningside men's basketball team, second rated in the nation. We're in Orange City taking on the Northwestern College Red Raiders, who are 20-9, 12-7 in the GPAC, currently 4th in the conference. And they're winners of 5 of the last 6. This is a much different Northwestern team than when you saw them earlier in January. That team almost lost to Doane in a double overtime game. This team winners of 5 of their last 6. What have they been doing right down the stretch that has now secured them a national tournament position?
Well, Daniel, like you said, they're playing very, very well in February. They were on a streak, and then they qualified by their win at Jamestown, and maybe they relaxed a little bit. And the Corn Palace is a tough place to play, so I don't put a lot of stock into that one. But I watched their Jamestown game, and if that's a team we see today, we're going to have our hands full. And it's also going to depend on what team shows up for us. If it's a team that played against Jamestown, it's going to be a fun game. If it's a team that showed up at the Corn Palace, it could make for a long day. So we've had good practices. I think our guys are ready, and hopefully that translates.
The Bultman Center is another one of those places in the GPAC that you quantify with Harold Newman Arena in Jamestown, the Corn Palace in Mitchell, the DeWitt Gymnasium in Sioux Center. This Northwestern team is 10-2 at home. I guess what is kind of the mentality when you're heading into a big game like this, when they have so much success at home, to try and not allow the crowd to play a factor and take them out of the game?
We've got to be at our best. As long as we're winning, they're not going to be in the game, and that we can control that. And if we're the aggressor, if we take care of business on the boards, we take care of the basketball. Hopefully that quiets the crowd.
One final question. Earlier this season, you guys shot 64% as a team against them, 58% from beyond the arc against the Red Raiders last time. You're not able to shoot that way every single night, although I'm sure you wish you could. What's it going to take now to beat the Red Raiders at home in the final game of the regular season?
Well, as you said, they're a much different team than the first time we saw them. I'm hoping we are with the big games of Matt and Zach that hopefully take some pressure off the inside. But we're just going to have to continue to take great shots, and that's what it comes down to for us. If we settle, it's going to make for a long night, and if we do what we're supposed to do, the majority of the time at least, that's going to give us the best chance. But winning on the road anywhere in the GPAC is tough, and it's going to be no different today.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time and best luck today.
Appreciate it, Daniel. Thank you.
That was head coach Jim Sykes, head coach of the Morningside men's basketball team, taking on the Red Raiders. Our Patchcraft Hobby Shop pregame report continues from Orange City after this on Fox Sports Radio 620 KMNS, Sioux City. And welcome back to Sioux Center. Tip-off is just moments away. South O'Brien and George Little Rock ready to do battle in the Class 1A District 1 final. The Wolverines going from left to right, Mustangs from right to left. Here we go. Tip-off is won by George Little Rock, and it'll be walked into the front court by Ben Anderson. The junior stands at the half-court circle. He'll bounce it to the left wing side for Schmidt. Left wing pass, that's Haken back out top of the circle, swings it right side to Anderson. Anderson, top of the key pass, Schmidt. The Mustangs trying to get inside. They give it to Haken, free throw line, left high post, dribbles top of the circle to Anderson. Anderson picks it up his dribble, and he'll lob it to the left wing for Peyton Malden. Malden dribbles top of the key. The Mustangs have taken half a minute off of the first quarter clock to start things. Pass to the left wing is going to go through the hands of Johnny Schmidt, out of bounds. It'll be South O'Brien basketball on the unforced George Little Rock turnover. So 7:28 left to play in quarter number one. We're scoreless. South O'Brien with their first possession of the contest. Here's Lauscher on the left wing. He'll dribble to the arc. Stops there, brings it top of the circle. Tristan Wilson, right side pass. Caden Hale, three-point shot is good. Caden Hale gets the scoring going for the Wolverines. 3-0 South O'Brien out in front with 7:07 to play in the first. Matt Haken dribbles top of the key, feeds it underneath, and it's going to be missed a bit too strong by Colin Mao. The rebound going to be taken the other way by South O'Brien. Here come the Wolverines. It's Hale on the right wing side, pass top of the circle, Tristan Wilson. South O'Brien with the basketball. Lauscher's going to call a play from the left wing as the Wolverines lead 3-0 over George Little Rock. Here's Wilson, left side pass to Lauscher. He's going to look underneath where he finds Lundquist at the free throw line. Back out top of the key, Wilson drives left to the alley at the hoop. Shots denied, but a foul is going to be called on the body on George Little Rock. That one's going to be on the Mustangs, and it'll be called on Colin Mao. That'll be Mao's first, team's first. And so, too, free throws for Tristan Wilson. I believe it was Peyton Malden that came in for the clean block. But the body contact by Colin Mao was enough to warrant a foul, as the first free throw is no good by Tristan Wilson. 3-0 South O'Brien. The second free throw from Wilson. That one is good. And the Wolverines lead 4-0 over George Little Rock with 6:34 to play in quarter number one. Mustangs will try and take it across. Here comes Anderson, gives it to Haken. Right sideline, dribbles to the wing, inside the arc to the right corner. Top of the key pass back to Peyton Malden. Leading scorer for the Mustangs, gives it to the right wing side where he finds Johnny Schmidt. Schmidt back to the right corner for Mao. Mao back out top of the circle to Ben Anderson. It's a loud environment, as you can tell, here in Sioux Center. Haken skips it left side. Malden looks underneath. Nothing doing for the Mustangs. 6:05 left in the first. 4-0 South O'Brien. Haken, free throw line. He'll drive to his left. Brings it back out on the left wing for Schmidt. Schmidt top of the key to Malden. Left side Schmidt. He'll fake a three. Brings it back out to Malden. Malden, right side pass to Anderson.
Anderson back out to Malden. Nothing doing. Free throw line pass. Haken. He'll stop in the paint. Back out. Right side. Anderson. Three-point shot is too strong. Rebound going the other way for South O'Brien. Here comes Wilson on the right wing for the Wolverines. 4-0. South O'Brien up on George Little Rock. Caden Hale tees up the three and misses a bit strong. Rebound going to be taken the other way by the Mustangs. George Little Rock yet to score in the first 2.5 minutes of the ball game. 5:23 left in the first. 4-0. South O'Brien up on the Mustangs of George Little Rock. Malden splits the double screen, puts the right-handed floater up off the glass and good for two. What a move by Peyton Malden, and George Little Rock is on the scoreboard for the first time in the contest. 4-2. South O'Brien is up on George Little Rock. Here is Lauscher on the left wing. George Little Rock playing some stifling defense out there to keep him off the scoreboard. Lundquist into the paint, turn around, back out. Wilson left of the circles. Three-point shot is good. Tristan Wilson knocks down the triple at 7-2. South O'Brien up on George Little Rock here in the Class 1A District 1 final. 4:40 to play in the first. The Mustangs throw it up ahead. A dangerous pass knocked out of bounds by South O'Brien's Zeke Lundquist. And the Mustangs will retain possession. A four-player substitution for head coach Kylie Yates. He's going to leave Lauscher out on the floor. He's going to make a big substitution here for the Wolverines. And George Little Rock basketball, though, in the half court. It'll be Ben Anderson dribbling at top of the circle where he hands it off to Mason Post. Post stands at the half court line, gives it left wing side. Anderson drives into the arc. Looks to bring it back out, feeds it left high post. Malden splits the defense, layup no good. Foul is going to be called instead on the floor on South O'Brien with 4:23 left in the first. And that one is going to be on Jake Wallen. That'll be Wallen's first, team's first on South O'Brien. And the Mustangs now, Haken, free throw line, running right-handed floater, got the roll to go. Great move to start the game for Matt Haken. It's 7-4. South O'Brien up, 4:10 to play in quarter number one. Left high post pass. That's Wallen back out to the top of the key for Sean Negus. A right side Lauscher. He's going to look to skip it. They'll swing it around instead to Josh Johansson. He tees up the three and misses a bit strong. Offensive rebound going to be taken by South O'Brien. Nice feed underneath. And it's Negus getting the layup to go. Sean Negus gets the layup to go for the Wolverines. The Mustangs have trouble getting into the front court, and Peyton Malden is going to be fouled on his way across the timeline. 9-4, South O'Brien leads. Fouls on South O'Brien's Josh Johansson. Will be his first, team's second. 3:44 left of the first quarter, 9-4. South O'Brien out in front of the Mustangs from George Little Rock. Here's Mason Post, pass to the half-court circle for Ben Anderson. Free throw line to Haken. He turns around, lobs it underneath to Malden, and he's fouled hard. He got hit in the mouth. And he's going to dust himself up after that one. Fouls is committed on South O'Brien. Alex Prestis commits the foul. That'll be Prestis' first, team's third. South O'Brien with a bit of foul trouble in the last few minutes. 3.5 to play in the first, 9-4. Wolverines out in front of the Mustangs. Class 1A District 1 final here in Sioux Center. Haken, left side post, head fakes a three, skips a pass to the right corner for Ben Anderson. Anderson, top of the key pass back to Post. Mustangs content to just wait for that perfect shot. That's the way they're going to have to beat South O'Brien, to take every opportunity they can get. Free throw line pass to Haken. Matt Haken, spin move in the paint, left-handed finish is no good, but a foul is called on South O'Brien. That'll put Haken to the free throw line to shoot two. And that is going to be the second personal on Jake Wallen, so he's going to have to check out. Fourth team foul for the Wolverines, and going to the line shooting two. Matt Haken, he shoots 70% on the season.
Something like that. Here's a handoff. Ponder right side on 3rd and 12. Has room to the sideline, to the 10, to the 5. Hurdles a defender and crosses the plane for a touchdown. It's 13-7 on the People's Bank scoreboard.
Welcome.
Alenchek drops back to pass out of the gun. Looks to the left side, and the pass complete to Reed Juergensmeyer inside the 35. Breaks a tackle. Tight roping the sideline down to the 10. Breaks a tackle to the 5 and into the end zone for a Mustang touchdown. Reed Juergensmeyer's second touchdown reception of the game, and it's 22-0 on the People's Bank scoreboard. Now trips to the left of Dalenchek in the gun, drops back to pass, dumps off a little lob pass to Bo Ells over the middle of the field, has blockers up ahead across midfield, outside the numbers, to the 30, down the sideline to the 25, now cuts back to the middle of the field, inside the hash mark, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown, Bo Ells! What a run by Ells after the catch. He goes 66 yards, and the Mustangs lead 13-0 on the People's Bank scoreboard. And now lining up with a 4-receiver set. Twins on either side of Joe, right in the middle of the field at the Dickinson State 48. They motion Juergensmeyer to the left to make trips. Dropping back, 5-man rush. Dalenchek lobs one deep down the right sideline for Bo Ells inside the 15, breaking a tackle to the 5 and into the end zone for a Mustang touchdown. Ells' 11th of the season, and it's 50-14 Morningside on the People's Bank scoreboard. Second down and 10 at the 44. Dalenchek hands it off to Ponder up the middle, across midfield. Jukes a defender to the 40, to the 35, down the right hash to the 20, to the 15, 10, 5, and the Mustangs take the lead in the second half on AP Ponder's 19th touchdown run of the season, and Morningside leads 19-13 on the People's Bank scoreboard. We're not even done with the first half. Here's a 5-receiver set. Dalenchek takes the snap between his legs, drops back to pass, looks deep down the left side, and Juergensmeyer makes the catch inside the 40, to the 20, outside the numbers, and into the end zone for his third receiving touchdown of the game. And it's 29-8 Morningside on the People's Bank scoreboard. Dordt University was victim of a safety last week against Waldorf, trying to do the same here. Here's a handoff. Ponder gets up the middle to the 5, breaks a tackle to the 10, one man to beat, up the seam to the 20, has blockers to the 30, far side to the 40, outside the numbers across midfield to the 35, down the sideline to the 20, and Ponder goes 99 yards into the end zone for a Mustang touchdown.